one very emotional, gay, little bit not gay person today. And I know that I stand here in front of you as only one small part of the alphabet that makes us who we are, the LGBTQI plus alphabet, and everything else. And I hope, one of my great hopes, is that this does not become a case where there are the acceptable gays who are the married ones and the others who are the non-acceptable gays. This is for all of us, no matter what way we want to live our life. It is that we must live as equal people within this country. And the great thing, I'm always very moved. Thank you for the welcome to country. Every time I'm at an event, every time I'm at an event, I'm always struck by the warmth and generosity that our Indigenous brothers and sisters give us to this land. Because apart from them, all of us have come from somewhere else, seeking a safe, civilised society. Now Australia, white Australia, began literally as a prison, a place for the dregs of society to be dumped and to rot in isolation. A mere 239 years later, it has become one of the most stable, peaceful democracies in the world. And now we have voted through one of the last remaining pieces of inequality that exist in the legislation. So that shows that the belief in this country in a second chance for people, to not judge people by their looks or by whatever sexual identity or cultural or ethnic or religious identity they might have, is core to our beliefs. This is not something that's added on. It actually comes from our deep history. That welcome extended to us by Indigenous people, the reciprocity of that is so important to the way that this society is formed and the way that we see ourselves as Australians. And I hope that we are all mindful in this moment of other people that don't have the advantages that we have, that are still struggling with lack of opportunity and inequality, and that we reach out our hands to all of them, but also, as we've said, to people who voted no. Now, in the legislation that's coming ahead, we've all heard the rumours about, well, we've all seen actually the legislation that they're proposing, and it would actually create a sort of form of segregation for LGBTQI people who wish to marry. Well, I'm saying, as an LGBTQI person, no matter what the result would have been, I would never have treated anyone who voted no with anything less than respect. I would never not serve them. I would never not be funny for them. None of us can live in a bubble where we try to pretend that other people don't exist. We must find ways to reach out our hands across the divide that's been created by this unfortunate survey and go forward with a deep and good faith understanding of one another as a nation. I also think it's a moment for true, humble gratitude. We are so lucky to live in this country. When we think about the other countries where just for being who we are, we can be killed, bashed, pushed off a tower. And this sends a message that this country does not stand for that sort of behaviour, that this is a civilised country, that this is a secular country that allows religious freedom, and that this is a country that believes in equality and justice. And we've had virtually no leadership in this. We have led ourselves, and so we can rely on the Australian people to do the bloody right thing. We'd do an Irish dance if we won. The worst.